Hey, what is going on, guys? This video today is going to be a gameplay breakdown video centered around how to get more high kill games in Fortnite Battle Royale. What you guys are going to be watching today in terms of gameplay is a 24 kill solo squad game I got a few days ago. And in terms of commentary, I'm basically going to be breaking down my thought process in pretty much every fight in this gameplay, as well as some other general tips to get high kill games. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, I don't think I'm going to need to go too in-depth at the beginning of this gameplay because it's basically just the typical tilted tower start that you see in pretty much all of the gameplays on my channel, especially all of the high kill ones, and for the most part I've covered how to play tilted towers a lot of times before on my channel. You basically want to select a building, make sure to clear it out level by level. If you get really good loot off the rip, you want to play super aggressive. If you get more so of bad or not so great loot off the rip, you're going to want to play defensive, let people come to you, and basically have them feed you their loot as you kill them by playing a little bit more defensive. Once you clear out your starting building, you just want to keep going throughout the rest of the town, listening for footsteps, and trying to get more kills to set you up for the rest of the game. What I want to talk about for the rest of the tilted portion of this gameplay is basically how important getting a lot of kills in your starting town is for high kill games in Fortnite. So it seems like now more than ever, people are starting to die at the beginning of games at a much faster rate than they ever have in Fortnite history. Maybe it's due to all the new fast methods of transportation, maybe it's due to all of those challenges where you have to get kills in certain cities, which leads to, like, for at least 2 or 3 days, everybody going to those cities to try to complete the challenges. Maybe it's due to the fact that now that the new points of interest in Season 5 are starting to lose their luster, and people are just going back to the most populated places on the map, like Tilted, Greasy, Pleasant Park, all of those areas. It's just leading to people dying at a much faster rate in the beginning of games than I have ever seen. This means that it is now more important than ever for you to walk out of your starting town with a respectable amount of kills if you want to get a high kill gameplay. I believe in this gameplay it took all of 3 minutes, that's right, 180 seconds, for just about 60 players to get eliminated. With your average game lasting anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, that means in the first 15 to 20% of the game, around 60% of the players were eliminated. That means you're going to be in a lot of situations where you clear out your starting town, look to the top right of your screen, and there's only 25 to 30 enemies left. That's one of the main reasons why I will always advocate going tilted if you're seriously looking to get high kill games. Let's say you want to get a 15 kill game and you land Snobby Shores and clear out the town with a total of, let's say, 2 kills. There's a solid chance that the next time you see another enemy in that game, there will only be about 20 players left. So to achieve that 15 kill game, you would need to eliminate a whopping 13 of the 20 remaining enemies. That's why if you want to get those super impressive 15 to 20 kill games, you're going to need to walk out of your starting town with at least 4 or 5 kills in most cases. Yeah, sure, there'll always be those outlier games where it just seems like nobody's dying so you can get away with a slow start, but for some reason those games seem to be very rare nowadays in Fortnite. And it's why you'll pretty much always see me go tilted, because it gives you the best chance to get those fast starts for those high kill games. So now, getting back to the gameplay, as you can see what I talked about, I am just leaving Tilted Towers now after farming up materials for only like a minute or two, and there are 23 people left in the game. I'm gonna go insane in the rest of this game, killing, what, 15 of the 22 remaining enemies, but that is very, very rare, and I'm very lucky for that. So as you can see, this first team I run up to is only 2 people. I make this guy weak, and he makes a bad play by not trying to get high ground, basically just giving it to me. So it's as simple as floor piecing over to him. I know that he's weak. Unfortunately, he boxes up and I hear his teammate behind me, but he doesn't put pressure on me, which is a mistake on his part, which allows me to go in here and wrap this guy up quickly as he was trying to box himself in and heal up. Now it's just as simple as getting high ground. This guy doesn't know where I am. He's spamming at the wrong area, and and that is an easy 2-piece with very minimal damage taken to me, which is super important for high kill games. You want to try to maintain your health and shield as much as possible when you're going for these high kill games. Now, this next fight is pretty much immediately after the last one. I believe it's a team of 3, and they almost hit me with a miracle nade there. Somehow they did that. I build up here behind the shack because it actually gives me some additional cover along with my building. Get a quick pick, which again is just super important for killing teams when you're solo squatting or just playing Fortnite in general. Beat this guy to high ground, super important. I heard him building up to me, so I basically just beat him to the spot, which enabled me to shoot as he was building, trying to get to the spot where I was. And this last guy just rushes out like a maniac, even though I had left side peek advantage. So even though that was kind of a bit of an awkward fight, didn't take much damage, and it was another relatively easy team wipe for a 3v1 at least. Now, moving on to here, I hear 2 teams fighting over this mountain, and I want to third party it as soon as possible. I even used a bouncer there just to get a little bit faster towards them, and you're going to see I engage from a nice point of natural high ground on this mountain. Now, I just saw those walls finish up, so I know people are still here. It hasn't even been looted yet, so I know people are still here, and you're about to see the advantage of third partying. Bam, 1 shot and that guy is dead. And I hear his teammate also walking around. I know he's behind at least one of these ramps, so I just spray them all down. And not 1 shot that time, but I believe it was 2 shots. So that's why third partying is just so powerful in Fortnite, just like every other Battle Royale game. Why would you fight 2 or even 4 people at full health when you could take advantage of what you saw right there? I killed 2 people by doing what? Maybe 70 damage, landing 3 shots with a drum gun, and I got all of that loot to show for it. Now, what you're about to see here is a really smart play. These guys are shooting at me from a little while away, so I drop my med kit for a second and pick up a sniper. And you're going to see this gives me an advantage to get a quick pick at the beginning of a fight. And that guy, I don't know, I just lasered him. I guess he was really weak to begin with, but I picked up that sniper instead of my med kit and then just traded it out right after. So again, that was kind of a niche situation, but that's a little bit of the smart thinking you're going to need on the fly to be successful in Fortnite, especially when you're trying to get those really high kill games. Now, what you're about to see here is pretty crazy. It's a 1v4, but I really feel like I don't do anything insane in terms of building or even in terms of gun skill. So this first guy has high ground on me, but I make sure to do this nifty little trick to protect myself while building, and eventually I floor ramp wall up to him and make him 1 shot. Now, I make a smart play here. I don't want him to heal up, don't want him to retreat, so I use the bouncer and finish him up. Now, watch this. First guy, headshot. Second guy, build close range, finish him off, and this last guy used left hand peek advantage, shotgun him, all like that. 4 guys dead in the span of about 4 seconds. Now, you guys may have thought that was crazy. I'll have to admit I did get a little bit lucky with the headshots close range with the shotgun, and for once it seemed like my shotgun did the amount of damage it probably should have. But again, I feel like you guys should be watching that and saying to yourself, hey, I could pretty much do that most of the time. I mean, there was no insane building, no crazy pyramid trapping people, just solid positioning, decent gun skill, and that's that. So what you're seeing now is the final 2 enemies on me, and I'm in just a sticky situation here. I'm trying to get high ground on them, trying to use bouncers, but they just keep denying me, and they start that fight with a lot of high ground. So I make a smart play here and decide in a few seconds that this is just a losing effort, and instead of continuing to push crazily for high ground, I should just take my L and disengage from the fight altogether, which you're seeing me do right here. This is good because it gives me time to get my wits together, heal up, and make them push me, which they're going to do. I don't think it's the worst play in the world by them because they couldn't have possibly known that I had extra shields keeping me at pretty much 100-100, but by doing this, they are giving up high ground, which I make sure to quickly reclaim. And now that I have high ground, I am in control of this fight. You saw I already did a nice, I think it was like 100 damage to one of the teammates. So now they're trying to shoot me out, they're trying to push me, ramp rush me, all of those crazy things, do a lot of damage to that guy and end up knocking him down. So now there's only 1 enemy left, and I believe it's the guy I already made weak a few seconds ago. You see my shotgun hits for a 7 there just to add one last obstacle to this game gameplay, and that was after I was just talking about it's so nice because of the damage it did to the last team. But this guy's boxed up, he's trapped, he tries to edit out, and that ends up being a mistake as I finish the job and confirm the 24 kill game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you watched the entire thing, leave me a comment down in the comment section below. What is your record for highest kills in Fortnite? It can be any game mode at any time. Let me know with a number down in the comment section below. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.